One of the 11 golfers who failed a lawsuit against the PGA Tour back in August was Phil Mickelson. The 45-time PGA Tour winner did, however, hint that he might be dropping the lawsuit, which left us all pretty surprised. In this video, we'll talk about whether Phil Mickelson is dropping out of LIV Golf's lawsuit and what the implications would be. Let's get right into it. First up, let's look into why did it start. We all know that one of the initial players for the LIV Golf series was none other than Phil Mickelson. In June, the 52-year-old member of the World Golf Hall of Fame made his debut in the Saudi-sponsored competition, ever since he's been in the news, and not for good reasons. According to reports, the 2021 PGA Tour winner received over $200 million to go to LIV Golf. He did suffer some dire consequences, though, when the American Tour suspended him. Jay Monahan, PGA Tour commissioner, suspended Mickelson for 2 years for actions like attempting to entice players to join LIV Golf and announcing that stern measures will be taken against LIV rebels, and they actually did. What happened after was that all the players who switched the LIV Tour from the American Tour were thereafter suspended, which left the golfers fuming and forced them to make the decision to fight back. They filed a lawsuit against PGA for what they did. Mickelson joined the cause, of course, and called his suspension illegal. Next up, let's talk about what the lawsuit entailed. So, the lawsuit refers to the PGA Tour as an established monopolist with a vice grip on professional golf that's carrying out a well-planned plot to defeat competition. It also highlights what it terms as restricting media rights and contradicting event regulations. In addition to suspensions and rules, the complaint claims that the PGA Tour threatens sponsors, vendors, and agents in an effort to pressure players to leave LIV Golf. In order to defend their rights as independent contractors, to play wherever and whatever they like, and to challenge the PGA's anti-competitive policies, the players did the right thing by filing this lawsuit, according to a statement from LIV Golf. We believe that golfers should be able to play golf notwithstanding the PGA Tour's efforts to restrict competition. Coming up, Phil Mickelson's considering dropping the lawsuit. Together with 10 other LIV golfers, Phil Mickelson sued PGA for antitrust violations, requesting future eligibility to compete on the PGA Tour. Mickelson has hinted that he may drop the lawsuit 1 month after it was initially filed. The sudden change of plans left us all confused. The former PGA Tour winner might withdraw from the lawsuit, which also includes LIV Golf as a plaintiff. Mickelson has his reasons, though. On August 15th, after the LIV Golf Pro-Am at Rich Harvest Farms, Phil Mickelson discussed the lawsuit. On it, he said that he hasn't yet taken any action and that he isn't required to do so now that LIV is involved. He's still a part of the lawsuit right now, but at this point, he isn't sure what he's going to do. For Phil, damages are the only thing keeping him there, even if he doesn't really need or desire anything. Following up, Mickelson, the face of LIV Golf, in its war against PGA. It's important to remember that Mickelson has served as LIV Golf's spokesperson during its civil battle with the PGA. Following his decision to go down this rabbit hole, the golfer has received heavy criticism from the industry. When Mickelson publicly criticized the American circuit, calling it out for its obnoxious greed, the situation deteriorated. He made a suggestion that he might drop out of the lawsuit. However, the golfer also supported it. Confusing, right? He declared that he believes it's critical for athletes to have the freedom to compete when and how they choose, as long as they're eligible to do so. That'll be addressed when and if they win, since LIV's now a party to the action. The possible duration of the lawsuit may also have played a role in Phil Mickelson's decision to drop the lawsuit. The trial will probably last for several years, and we understand just how exhausting it can be. The current deadline for submitting a motion for summary judgment is July 23, 2023. Most likely, the trial will start January 2024. The initial complaint was submitted in August. Next up, it wasn't only Phil who dropped the lawsuit. Along with Mickelson, 3 other LIV Golf players withdrew from the case. According to papers sent to the U.S. District Court in Northern California on Tuesday morning, fellow LIV golfers Poulter, Hudson Swafford, and Talor Gooch each officially dropped their claim against the PGA Tour. They were among 11 golfers who filed a lawsuit against the PGA Tour on August 3rd, alleging that the Tour's decision to exclude them from PGA events hurt their careers and hampered LIV Golf's efforts to establish a competitive league. There are now just Bryson DeChambeau, Matt Jones, and Peter Uihlein left in the game. LIV Golf initially declined to participate in the lawsuit, but later added its name on August 26th, and Mickelson is glad about it. Lastly, with players dropping the lawsuit, this is how the situation looks like. The players may not have the same level of exposure to discovery as a result of leaving the action early. LIV Golf emerges as the PGA Tour's main adversary in court as it pursues the antitrust charges. There, however, has been no change. The case's merits, the PGA Tour's anti-competitive behavior, remain valid and will be thoroughly proven in court. According According to Jonathan Grela, a spokesman for LIV Golf, said that they eagerly anticipate that. LIV supports the athletes who have been brutally mistreated by the PGA Tour, but they also understood that in order to remain effective, they no longer require a diverse group of athletes to be a part of the suit. The PGA Tour has disputed the antitrust allegations as expected, and this week it's anticipated that it'll formally respond to LIV Golf's updated case. Currently, the trial is expected to commence in January 2024. And in other news, first up, Andy Reid appreciates Patrick Mahomes and his skill. Mickelson is 52. However, for the trim Californian who's been improving his strokes with every year that goes by, age is simply a number. The six-time major champion has only won a select few competitions in recent years. To become a better version of himself, he's made sure to work very hard on his health and body. The LIV golfer has worked to be in superb health despite his age. Mickelson had been following a strict 6 fasting schedule ever since making the commitment to change his body. Additionally, he had started a 36-hour fasting regime during the off weeks in the past couple of years. He took this step to boost his immune system and detoxify his body. Up next, Mickelson thinks it's great to have LIV fighting for them. Mickelson, whose exit from the US PGA Tour helped launch the prestigious LIV Series, claimed that doing so was in the ranking body's best interest. On the eve of the LIV's Bangkok Invitational, the 52-year-old left-hander said, "I think it's a terrific method for the world golf rankings to preserve its reputation, while not dragging politics into the decision-making process." LIV has now held 5 events, but none of its competitors, including British Open champion Cameron Smith and Dustin Johnson, have received any ranking points. Top players have been worried about falling down the rankings because only the top 50 athletes in the world qualified automatically for the 4 majors. However, Mickelson claimed he was confident that LIV events will receive appropriate point allocation. "The quality of our field is remarkably high," he said, so he wasn't worried. The reason he's not that concerned is that the number of points awarded is based on the quality of the field, rather than the institution that's conducting the tournament. Lastly, Mickelson, after joining LIV Golf, Mickelson's been a well-known figure in golf since his debut. The Californian player has developed an aura throughout the years that's unmatched by the majority of professional athletes. But as they say, with tremendous power also comes great responsibility. Even while he has long enjoyed his enormous fame in the golfing community, his LIV Golf deal has severely hurt that fame. Mickelson's been in the middle of issues ever since he joined the league, supported by Saudi Arabia. Formerly one of the most adored players on the PGA Tour, the legend is now regarded as one of the sport's most criticized athletes. The question is, does he still hold a place in the esteemed World Golf Hall of Fame, despite the overwhelming odds against him? So, Mickelson has joined LIV Golf. According to rumors, he joined LIV and inked a massive $200 million contract, making him the highest-paid golfer among the current crop of LIV players. And yes, he's still a member of the World Golf Hall of Fame, despite switching to the league, supported by Saudi Arabia. That's it, folks. What do you think of Phil Mickelson dropping out of the LIV Golf lawsuit? Do you think it's a good decision? Do let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.